Hello to all, and welcome to Star Wars Opinion. So, ever since The Force Awakens came out, there has been an ongoing fan theory that Supreme Leader Snoke is the Sith Lord Darth Plagueis. I happen to subscribe to that theory, and touched on it a bit in my last opinion video. Today, I'm going to go into detail on why I think Snoke is Plagueis. Bear in mind that I will be using the Darth Plagueis novel for the majority of the information about the character. First off, Snoke is extremely powerful with the Force, something we didn't see until The Last Jedi. He uses Force Lightning on Kylo Ren, performs strong telekinesis on Rey, Hux, and the Skywalker lightsaber, as well as creating a Force connection between Kylo and Rey. We know that Darth Plagueis was also extremely powerful with the Force, capable of such feats as Force Lightning, telekinesis, Force cloaking, and maintaining life in cells by manipulating the midichlorians therein. Second, Snoke has been around since before the Clone Wars. He saw the rise and fall of the Empire and is one of the oldest characters seen thus far in the sequel trilogy. Plagueis, if still alive, would also be quite old since he was already somewhere between 90 and 115 years of age at the time of the Naboo crisis. If alive, he'd be around 160 to 180 years old during the sequel trilogy. Third, Snoke appears to undergo significant healing in the rather short amount of time between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, something that doesn't seem attributable to Bacta. Plagueis, we know, could create and maintain life, giving him powerful healing abilities. Fourth, Snoke rules from the shadows, not wanting to be well known. It is possible that he even uses a false name as part of his facade. Plagueis maintained his secret Sith identity while publicly being known as Higo Damask, an individual who generally stayed out of the public eye. Plagueis' plan to rule the galaxy involved using Palpatine as the face of their partnership, while he himself would be secretly involved. Fifth, Snoke is quite familiar with Palpatine as a person, in a way that only someone who knew Palpatine could be. Plagueis, as Palpatine's master, knew him extremely well, having trained him in the dark side of the Force. Sixth, and this would just be an interesting parallel, Snoke got Kylo to kill his father, and Plagueis got Palpatine to do the exact same thing. Seventh, Snoke wants to complete the destruction of the Jedi, a goal that Plagueis set the pieces in motion for Palpatine to almost fulfill. Eighth, the musical theme that plays in Revenge of the Sith while Palpatine tells Anakin about Plagueis is practically identical to Snoke's theme. John Williams has always done an excellent job with character themes, and it's so very unlikely that this wasn't deliberate. Ninth, this happened before The Force Awakens came out.
What is your name, sir?
Hi, my name is Jonathan.
And what is your question, Jonathan?
Is there going to be any mention of Darth Plagueis in Episode 7? Maybe surrounding a certain staff that someone finds?
Oh, is that...
Larry? You want to answer that?
I don't think I heard correct. Is it Darth Vegas? Like Las Vegas? Darth Vader?
No, Larry's messing with you. I don't think we don't want to be talking about story too much too soon, but I will say no.
For me, this pretty much clinches it. And if my memory serves correctly, this actually occurred before we knew about Snoke as a character, certainly before we knew anything substantial about him. This was a question theorizing that Rey's staff was Plagueis' saber staff. You can hear Daisy Ridley slip. Oh, is that... And then Kasdan and Abrams immediately trying to get the question out of the way quickly. And if you notice, JJ didn't say that Plagueis wasn't in the film, only that he didn't have a connection to Rey's staff. So... Now, when I first heard the theory that Snoke is Plagueis after The Force Awakens came out, I thought, oh, that's nice, but probably not the case. However, after seeing The Last Jedi a couple of times, I realized that the theory made a lot of sense, specifically because of events seen in that film. For one, we actually see Snoke use the Force, unlike in The Force Awakens, and we get to see how powerful he is. There's that healing I mentioned earlier, and that whole throne room scene seemed rather theatrical, as if it was staged. It does make sense to kill Snoke if he indeed is Plagueis to subvert expectations and surprise most people, in Episode 9, making double the twist of him as the main villain of the entire saga. And if Snoke is Plagueis, there's no reason why he couldn't have survived Kylo if he by train of logic survives Sidious. I may be too optimistic here, but I'm hoping that Snoke was done this way on purpose, to enable Episode 9 to wrap up the saga in a climactic way. Anyway, there's my reasoning as to why Snoke is Plagueis. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.